That's the end of camp, and tomorrow they'll have a day off, and then Thursday we'll start preparing for LSU. And thought that, certainly there were some good pieces of the foundation were set, but believe that still got to make a lot of progress, and it's the exciting thing. But we got to do that. And another news, kind of coming out of camp, is Dan Voltz won't be playing. I respect and appreciate a ton what he's done for this university, and you know what, we'll continue to do, but just in a different capacity. And Dan put everything he had into this, and has made the decision, along with family and doctors and coaches, that the best thing for him is to transition, and he's going to help us with the line, and going to help in the weight room. He'll still bring a lot, but in a different capacity.
When was that decision made?
This week.
Moving forward now at Dan's spot, do you expect to go with Micah there for the time being?
There's a good possibility of that.
Paul, I don't know about Dan's academic standing now, but will he go on in medical? So if he wants to continue schooling, how's that going?
Yeah, Dan is graduated already, okay. So he's working on his master's, and what's exciting for us is that what Dan wants to do, kind of in his future plans, have to do with athletics, and so he can change. He can kind of turn the page and go forward. We had a good discussion about that. Didn't want him hanging on to something, and yet, he's interested in the strength training component and also the coaching component maybe, and so I feel like it's a way that he can transition.
You have talked about wanting to come back, obviously move to guard, be a leader on the line, let Michael move in at center. And the guys talked about that leadership that he showed in doing that. What can he provide, even because he's still going to be around this year, to help that unit out?
I think he can experience, and he can't give the other guys experience, but he can sure help them through it. And he's had to prepare and go through the rigors of a season, and he was just what you said. It wasn't just talk about the senior lineman, and therefore that's what you appreciate. That's why you're confident that he's still going to contribute in a big way, just in a different capacity. And like I said, I admire and respect his approach to it all, and he'll add value.
How does it affect your team to lose somebody like that at this point in time in camp?
I think, as you guys know him, he did some stuff early, and I think the real thing is that our guys know Dan, and they know what he did every day, when he was healthy, when he wasn't, and so how it affects them. I think they know that. I think everyone feels like this is a good decision, and you care about them, and therefore, I don't want to say that you're at peace, but it's the right thing, and all you really care about, I think, teammates, coaches, is how's Dan, and Dan will be really good, So it's he's so much more than just a football player.
How big is the hole that he creates in your mind?
There isn't one, in the sense that someone's got to step up, right? Dan's played a lot of really good football here. You're always going to miss that. You're going to miss when seniors graduate. And so we've got it's opportunity for another to step in and step up, and others to kind of keep filling in those. But I mean, as a player, he's a good player. You'd be missed, like kind of an analogy to you miss your seniors, but they go on.
Well, you talked, I think, in Chicago about the job Michael Deiter did last year as a redshirt freshman. Does any more responsibility fall on his shoulders now? I mean, he's the center, so he's the quarterback of the line, but I mean, he's the guy, I think, with the most starts now.
He is, and I don't think what happened with Dan has rocked or changed Michael's world. Michael was preparing. Heck, did it last year, and has been preparing for that. And so I don't think it changes the way that Michael approaches it.
Your quarterbacks, you've talked about the fact that, they both have done some good things, both need to keep going. Have they given you two options at this point in your mind?
I've liked the way that Bart and Alex have, one, handled the situation, and two, performed. Can they both get better? Absolutely. Absolutely. And I've thought all along with what they did, really how they approached it in spring, how they approached it in summer, and I think built on that in fall camp was that they're workers and the team matters to them, and the players see that. And I think that both, have put themselves in position where they're ready to play this season. Now, are they arrived yet or nothing like that? I'm not saying, but I think they've done some good things. And you saw it today, just you take the recent practice, and there's moments that I think both did some good things, and both, we're going to learn from this tape and every day. But they've got the approach where I think they are trying to take those moments because they're putting themselves into it. And so I've liked I think they have progressed, and yet I know that we still got, I think they're like our team. We got a long ways to go still.
You guys made the decision to go with Lottie as your punter, main guy?
Not officially.
So unofficially.
I don't know about that one, but it's the truth.
Coach, how many fullbacks do you expect to use on a regular basis this year? And
As many as we need.
Do you like what you've seen from that group?
I think it's like they've done some good things, and yet I can take each guy today and you can do this better. It's within them, not wishful thinking or hoping that they can do it better.
What do you think about Xander being in? What do you like about Xander to bring him over to offense?
I think Xander's a big, athletic, smart, tough guy. Now he's got to learn the nuances of the position, but he dove all into it, and he's got a lot of respect from his teammates because he is a guy that works and a guy that puts everything into it, and that's why I think he's got a chance. And I think he's got a chance to help us there.
Is any part of you disappointed that you can't say he's my quarterback?
Not disappointed. I thought you were going to say my disappointed camp's over. Heck yeah. Like, camp's a great time of the year. And so I am disappointed in that. But no, I think you take and what are you presented with, and as a coach, as a player, and are you making the most? Are you putting the work in? And I've liked the way they've come along. They're not there yet. They haven't arrived. I don't know if you ever do. But no, I'm not disappointed.